I just racked up the weirdest strikeout of my career. This game had it all. Umpires being umpires, take a full swing! Rules I've never heard of before, some great defensive plays, electric crowd reactions, and of course, lots of swings and misses. It was my first game back in America in 5 years, and here's exactly how it went down.
Chilly outside, clear skies, and there he is. Trevor Bauer, number 27 for the Long Island Ducks, takes the mound here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark.
First time on this mound, we'll see how this goes.
And on an American professional playing field for the first time since the 2021 season with the Los Angeles Dodgers. An exciting night for him, an exciting night for the Long Island Ducks, and a terrific moment here for the Atlantic League to have a player of his caliber and his previous history get the opportunity to pitch here in a Long Island Ducks uniform.
So maybe I was rattled, maybe not, but they could not have been more clear with me before the game that since it's opening night, there's going to be a first pitch. I was supposed to run out to the mound and then have the first pitch thrown and then do my warm-ups. But it's my first opening night start ever, and I just ran out there and started throwing my warm-ups like normal, and I got done warming up, and then they had to bring the guy out for the first pitch, so he threw the first pitch, and then they had to have the kid say play ball, so that all took like 5 extra minutes, not quite 5, maybe 4 extra minutes, and I was just standing out behind the mound getting cold after doing my warm-up. So that's my fault. They could not have been more clear with me about what to do, and I messed it up. So maybe that's the nerves getting to me.
So Trevor Bauer waiting for Jared Carr to step in.
Vamos. Let's fucking go.
The 2026 season is underway. Bauer's first pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike.
So normally you throw first pitch fastball coming out of the gate, but I just figured, given that it's me and people watch all my content, recently they've just been coming out and swinging at the first pitch. I assumed he'd be swinging at a fastball, so I decided to throw a cutter just to throw him off of that. And I executed it perfectly. I wanted it up in the zone, right down the middle, and that's exactly where we got it, which opened up a lot for the rest of the at-bat.
First pitch cutter at 85. Okay, velo's not bad. Go up and in. Ah! Oh, he wanted to. I like the tunnel I have, right out of the cutter tunnel. Just go back in.
So when I saw him trigger on that fastball up, I did see him start on it, and he seemed to be a little bit late on it, so I decided to go right back up there.
1-1 to Jared Carr as Trevor Bauer faces his first batter. And side corner with a fastball in there for a strike.
Okay, we got death ball, we got curveball, we got splitter. I think we'll go split, why not?
So at this point, I have a fastball above the zone, and then a cutter that started above the zone that dropped into the top of the zone. So between those two pitches, I have a lot of different options. I can go with a big curveball that starts above the zone and breaks all the way below. I can go fastball back up. I didn't want to go fastball up here because it would have been the third fastball in a row, even though he did seem to be a little bit late on it. So I decided to go with an off-speed pitch. Now, normally here I would go with a bigger curveball, but because it's the first guy of the game, I decided to go with something else.
Bauer, the righty, pitching to the left-handed, hitting Jared Carr. Ground ball foul down
Not
the
where
right
I wanted
field
it.
line.
Now we got death ball though, or curveball.
That was a very hittable pitch. It was the wrong speed because he was late on the fastball, and then I threw him a mid-speed pitch, and it ended up kind of down and in, so I got very lucky that he just rolled that over. Not where I wanted that pitch. I wanted to go below the zone with it, but I didn't really have a below-the-zone tunnel set up. I hadn't thrown anything down in the zone there, which is why I thought here the big curveball or the death ball. The splitter kind of started middle elevation, and the death ball could kind of go there and then break in the dirt with no hump to it. But if I threw the bigger curveball with the bigger hump to it, it would look like the cutter at the top of the zone and the fastball above. So I have a lot of protection on all those off-speed pitches here.
We're just gonna rip a curveball. Fuck it, why not? Ah! Just miss it. There is no moisture in the air right now.
It was a pretty chilly night. It was like 55 degrees to start the game. It dropped into the mid-40s by like the third inning. So with that, there was no grip on the ball. My hand was very, very slick. There was no moisture. I couldn't even use the rosin or like sweating rosin or anything like that. So it was basically like throwing an ice cube. And I really had no feel for my breaking balls. The spin rate was a little bit down. It was kind of down to like 2,700 on the breaking balls, where normally it's like 2,800. So they were a little bit less sharp, and the feel to throw them in the zone where I wanted them wasn't quite as good.
Let's go back to it.
Bauer checks in for the sign, kicks and deals. The 1-2 just missing outside.
Just off.
It was really cool to hear the crowd booing that call. There's a lot of people there, sold out crowd on opening night, even though it was cold, and they were chanting my name the entire time, so the crowd was super into it, which was great, and I love that they were getting upset that that wasn't a strike, but it was definitely a ball. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the ball just kind of slipped out of my hand. I didn't really have a good grip on it. I couldn't really command it to go exactly where I wanted it to, and that's what I got. I just missed a strikeout there because I was trying to throw that on top of the plate and just popped out of my hand early.
Got a heater here?
Sitting up outside is catcher Gavin Collins, and the pitch just outside again.
Okay, that is off. Just challenge heater down the middle.
The pitch was supposed to be down and away. I hit the away part, just not quite down enough, and I missed the zone by about a ball's width right there. Would have liked the call. It was definitely a ball. But here, first guy of the game, especially after being 1-2, I'm just not going to walk him. I'm going to force him to beat me, so I'm going right after him.
Trevor looks in, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Trevor Bauer with a punch out.
That's the start that I wanted. 1K down, although I wasted a lot of pitches, so not what I wanted there. We have doors, so we're going for the merch blockout. We need sword. We need sword. We need sword.
His first strikeout as a member of the Ducks.
Bauer with a quick pitch, and a fastball rides in.
Mixing in some timing disruptions here. Get him off it.
On the first hit of the game, I mixed in a couple different slide steps, and here I decided to go with the quick pitch because I had the sign, I was ready to throw. He had looked at me, and he was still kind of waggling the bat, so I figured I'd just steal a strike, and of course, I missed. So that kind of made me mad, because usually when I whip that out, I just want to throw it in the zone, because it's to steal a strike, and I don't have to be too fine with it.
And Whaler gets under it, and that is hit short right field. Coming in is Bonifacio, and he makes the catch.
Oh, man. Wynn's playing some tricks with it.
I think the fastball up and in kind of protected that cutter. It was in a hittable location, but it did look like the hitter pulled off it a little bit and then adjusted to hit it at the end. So I'll take the quick 2-pitch out right there, especially after wasting 6 or 7 pitches on the first hitter of the game. And now I want to get a strikeout, so I got to get ahead.
And the pitch in there for a strike.
Got split tunnel. We got cutter down. Go cutter off that.
0-1 to Costas. And a curveball. Foul to the left.
Okay, and you got sweeper because fuck you.
So first pitch fastball down, I was thinking cutter below that or splitter below that. This is kind of like the Masahiro Tanaka tunnel. That's the guy I watched that use this tunnel a lot growing up. So he'd go fastball down and then 2 breaking balls kind of splitting off it below. So you'd throw those both for balls and the fastball would carry the bottom of the zone. So here, the first at bat, I have a high tunnel working above the zone coming into the top with the breaking ball. Here, I have the fastball at the bottom of the zone working breaking balls down below. That cutter popped up a little bit above it, which set like a high fastball tunnel. So I have a lot of different options here, 0-2, and I'm going to try to exploit it with something that looks like that cutter and sweeps off the plate.
And not to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but Trevor Bauer looks like he's in mid-season form.
He's ready to go. He's been very excited to take this baseball and take the mound here tonight.
Next pitch, a slider outside.
That just wasn't close enough. Just gonna go to that again.
I did notice that his front hip triggered, and he did look like he was going to try to swing at this, but that ball missed by like 2 feet. So if I can get this next one within like 6 to 8 inches of the zone, I think I'll have him.
Bauer has kind of that slide step delivery, not a big, long wind-up motion like you see with a lot of other starting pitchers.
Come back too soon. Need to get that sweeper closer to the zone. I need this first strike though. Get it down.
Yeah, just missed by even more on that one. Height was better, but I didn't get it close enough to the zone, and I'm not going to get a swing on that, especially after not drilling fastballs away for the first time or two through the order. Maybe later in the game you'll swing at it, but definitely not first at bat.
He's not ready. We're going to quick pitch and come back too soon.
Bit of delay here. I'm not quite sure what the delay was, but Lou Ford and Bobby Blevins out chatting with the home plate umpire Derek Moshe. And they're going to call a pitch clock violation here on the batter.
What happened? Do I get my strikeout? Is that a strikeout? Is that a strikeout?
So this was the weirdest strikeout I've ever had in my career. Getting a strikeout without throwing a pitch just does not feel like baseball at all. I still am not sure exactly what happened there. Apparently he like stepped in the box and then stepped out of the box, but then he stepped out of the box with like under 8 seconds left or something, or more than 8 seconds left or something. And then the umpire didn't catch it, and I didn't know the rule, and clearly he didn't either, so we were just going to play baseball. And then my coaches were yelling that it was a pitch clock violation or something. I don't know. I have no idea what just happened. But yeah, apparently that is my second strikeout of the night, and I didn't even get to paint my comeback two seam for the just looking. But I'll take it.
So that's 2 Ks? I'll take it. Kind of a weird. Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're lockstep.
Hey, nice pitch right there. That was great.
That was crazy.
That was sick, dude.
I froze him without even throwing a pitch.
Dude, I've never seen it before.
That's a first for me. I've never had it happen.
That's crazy.
By the way, if you know what to call that, it's not just looking, it's not window shopper or doors or firewood or sword or Expelliarmus. I don't know what to call it. Like, leave me some comments down below and let me know what you think I should call that. And do we add that to the merch blackout? Or is that like too rare? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below.
I get my strikeout, right?
Yeah, you get the strikeout.
I get the strikeout? Let's go. Okay. As long as I get my K. That is the weirdest strikeout I've ever had. Unbelievable. Never seen it. I threw 85 first pitch, though.
Yeah, but was that a changeup?
No, it was cutter.
Cutter?
Yeah. I was like, this dude's swinging first pitch for sure. And then he didn't. What did I top at? 3?
3, yeah.
Soft as fuck.
It's fucking freezing.
I also didn't try to throw one hard, so.
And that's fairly typical for me. I kind of go into the first inning on cruise control, and if I need extra velo there, I have it. But since I was cruising right along, I didn't need it and decided not to show him anything too hard. Mainly just establish the strike zone, throw some fastballs, throw some off-speed stuff, show that I will throw multiple things for strikes, show that I will throw a high tunnel, a down tunnel, just kind of work into the game.
Gotta get that up, though. Can't be averaging 92. What is going on here?
It was a shit show.
And then I got my walk-up song.
Oh, get that weak shit! Get that weak shit out of here!
Go for it! Fuck it!
Keep going! Get that weak shit out of here!
Hey!
Oh, he fucking did that bullshit.
What do you do? What do you do? What's the celebration? I don't know the celebration.
I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what the hell that is. That was not
I just,
But you know,
I saw
first
this.
time through.
I saw the swing on the splitter, and I was like, that was a bad splitter, and he didn't look good on it. And then I saw the swing on the curveball that he fouled off. I was like, I'll go back to it, and I missed. I was like, okay, I'll just freeze him down away, and I just missed off. I was like, fuck, wasting pitches
They were
here.
gonna bang it.
I mean, they should have, but I'll take my doors. I've never had that before, but I will take it. Pad the stats.
Never had one of those before?
Never had one of those, bro. I was so confused. Go 3, fuck it. Swing it. No. No. I expect the same call. I need my sword. Both ways, Blue.
I'm not sure about that check swing call, but let's just keep that in mind for later in the game.
Are you hitting that?
Huh? If it's a strikeout?
The first one? Did you hit it?
No. Why would I? He swung all the way through it. It's gotta be half swing.
The final out of your inning.
Wow, he didn't see, like, he wasn't even in the box. I was confused. I didn't even know what to do. I was like, do I stay on the mound? Do I go in? Like,
Is this your first time with the pitch clock?
not first time with a pitch clock, but first time that's happened to me.
So first inning got off to a good start for the boys offensively, but we did not score a run, so I took the mound for the top of the second, tie game 0-0.
Okay, get ahead. Priority number 1, get ahead.
Trevor Bauer for the Ducks, the 2020 NL Cy Young Award winner, a 1-2-3 first inning, struck out 2, and threw 14 pitches, 8 for strikes. Back to the mound now for his second inning of work.
Bauer comes to the plate and nips the outside corner with a hard slider.
Go right back to that, or you can run 2-seam in. You're pretty close to the plate. We'll stay away.
Bauer looking very sharp early in game number 1.
Yes! Now we'll sweep him until he swings at it again.
So after cutter strike down and away, cutter ball down and away, I probably should have just gone back to the cutter ball down and away and seen if he swung at that again because he just chased it. But I decided to go with a little bit bigger movement, start it where it looks like more of a strike, and then have it break even further off the plate.
Gotta get that closer to the plate. They want it, but I'm just not enticing him enough. Okay, now we're just gonna stick a heater down away. Fists.
Foul down the right field line.
That is firewood.
So there I tried to run a two-seam backdoor. This is what I was trying to finish the first guy the first inning with, and it kind of ran middle, but it did get to his hands. I think he was expecting it to either be slow or moving away or both, and when this darted back towards him, it definitely just chewed his hands up. So I'll take the broken bat. I'm lucky it wasn't a bloop because that ball was kind of just middle right there. But after seeing a lot of breaking pitches moving away, there was a lot of protection built in for that fastball, so I think that's what bailed me out.
So we got two now. We got doors. We got some unknown thing that I don't know what the hell it is. And we have firewood. Do I go sweeper again? Do I go death ball? Do I go four seam up? Step on the gas a little bit? Could just go sweeper in the zone, I suppose. He was late. Not that much though.
So here I didn't really know what I wanted to throw, and that's usually an indication that I just need to throw something hard in or something that I don't normally throw. I missed this read live. My reads on hitters aren't super in shape yet. It's my first outing of the year, but after the 0-2 count, when I threw him the sweeper, he just didn't budge at the next two of them. Clearly he was just looking for something slow. That's probably the book on me, and so I think I had a lot of room up and in with a fastball just to throw it right by him, but I missed that live.
Pitch from Bauer.
How did you take that? It's gonna take. Just challenge heater because I'm not gonna walk leadoff guy. Ah! So late on that.
94 that time from Bauer. That's right near the top of what we've seen him thus far tonight.
You can go back to the cutter, I suppose, but it's mid-speed. Let's stick with the heater.
You can see on that last pitch how late he was on the fastball. That ball hit very near his hands on the barrel, and the barrel is nowhere close to getting out in front for it. So sticking with the heater is the right call right here. And if you notice the take on the curveball and live, I was like, how did you take that? Well, it's because they were slowed down looking for something slow. Any sort of heater above the zone or even fastball down and away, true down and away, probably just ends this at bat.
And the pitch to Isola.
Ah! Fuck me. I had him on the pause. Fucking brutal. 0-2 walk.
It's so frustrating. Go 0-2 and then just not even throw a ball in the zone for him to have to make a decision on or have to get a hit on. So yeah, very poor execution on my part right there. Mainly though, I got in trouble because I didn't read the hitter's timing. I didn't read what he was telling me. He told me 3 times exactly what he was looking for. I could have thrown a fastball multiple times in a row right down the middle and he wouldn't have been close to it. And instead I threw breaking balls out of the zone. So definitely a little bit of rust there. Not being in game, not being in season. But that won't be there the next game.
Who am I going to? All right. Just throw the sweeper in the zone. Why are you so afraid of contact? Ah! Fists. Okay, we got 2-seam running in. Late. Go. Cutter away. Roll over. Yep. I want splitter below now, but I'm going to go to the sweeper. I'm going to throw it in zone for a strike. Okay, they're just not swinging at sweepers. It's like the book's out on me, so just heater down away.
And I did realize it just about 2 batters too late, and it cost me a walk. So I saw what their approach was after a couple takes on things that I thought they should have triggered on. I was like, oh, okay, this is probably your approach, and now I'm going to make an adjustment moving forward.
So they're swinging it outside tunnel, but they're not chasing sweeper, which means it's deviating too early, which means I need to go with a shorter breaking ball here, which sounds like death ball.
As Bauer comes to the plate, swing and a miss.
Shorter breaking ball for the win. Wasn't the death ball, but splitter. That was kind of a nasty split too. Ugh.
I call that one the Big Dipper, thanks to a couple commenters on YouTube that came up with that name, but I like it. So the splitter is the Big Dipper. We got the 2-seam Laminar Express. Curveball is Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor, but I got to figure out names for the rest of my pitches. So leave me some comments down below for what I should call my cutter, my death ball, and my sweeper.
1 out, 1 on. Top of the second, no score.
Okay, we got split tunnel set up. Let's go cut to the hands. We got curveball, death ball, we got split.
Boy, if there's any rust whatsoever, it's just not evident at all for Trevor Bauer on
I
the
think I'll
mound.
just whip out a curveball here. Got that high tunnel.
And the 0-2 on the way to Cannon.
Go, go!
Downstairs. And the throw down to second base, not in time.
Not what I wanted. Damn it. Too short. You got 1-2? Split.
I know the announcers might have said there's no rust evident, but when I'm watching this, I see a ton of rust. Not physical, I'm executing decently well, but mental. Like, I should know that they're just sitting on breaking balls and 2 strikes, yet I keep going to them. I just needed to go back to the fastball The fastball down and away to start the bat, I had a split tunnel off of that, so I could easily have thrown a split below the zone and got a swing and miss. The cutter up and in was more of a flat horizontal cutter that I started throwing, and I have a lot of room to play with a depthier cutter off that or a death ball, something shorter, but I should have just gone fastball above the zone.
And the pitch, good curveball from Trevor Bauer. Way out in front is Cannon, strike 3 swinging.
Want my frickin' sword.
There's 2 adjustments that you can really make when people aren't chasing breaking balls out of the zone. You can either throw breaking balls in the zone and get swings like that, where you just was kind of auto taking the breaking ball and then emergency hacked at a curveball that was a strike, or you can go to just throwing fastballs in the zone. But either way, when they're sitting slow in 2 strike counts, not chasing out of the zone, you just got to throw something in the zone.
He's going to be swinging.
Tyler Williams at the plate, and he rips a base hit to left field.
It's 2 firewoods.
Unfortunate hit right there. I'm happy with the execution. I knew he was going to be swinging. I put the cutter where I wanted. It got right off the end of the bat and broke his bat, but it blooped in, and I'm fortunate that that run didn't score, so now I just need to get a strikeout and get out of this inning without giving up a run.
All right. Can't let the ball get put in play here. Cutter in. Okay, we got curveball set up. I need a strike. Up and out. Late. Gotta go in now. Speed him up, and then we'll go curveball down. Do I want to go fastball? I just need to get it in. Or curve, that's fine. Yep.
Catches the inside corner again.
So this is a really well set up at bat. The first pitch cutter was a miss. I wasn't trying to throw a ball, but it started middle and kind of just drifted to the inside, and it was high above the zone. Second pitch fastball started a little bit lower, started middle, and ran up and away. So I have 2 pitches starting middle, staying kind of up in the zone, and that curveball started a little bit below the up cutter, and the cutter that started up ended up as a ball. The curveball started up, ended up as a strike. So now I have a really good high tunnel all across the zone set up. So anything I feel hard going up, I'm probably going to get a swing on. And anything that starts there and breaks down, I'm probably going to get a swing on. And it's also opening up freeze fastballs down. So I'm in a really good spot here. I just need to execute a pitch.
Bauer now out in front on Rodriguez. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bounce it. Yes! Yes, he did! Hey, both ways now. That's a swing.
And there's the curveball below that he definitely swung at, or I thought he swung at it. But as you can see, the umpire is in the middle of the field and not down the line. And he did not think that that was a swing, which sucks because right before this pitch, a couple fans in the stands were like, "Trevor, give him the sword." And I pointed at him because I knew I had him perfectly set up for a sword. And I executed it perfectly. And the people want their sword. And the umpire robbed the people of their sword.
Trevor Bauer thought that was strike 3. He's still kind of looking back at Mike Williams, the third base umpire, was out by second on that, but certainly thought he was out of the inning and had struck out the side.
Count 2-2 to Rodriguez. The pitch on the way. Strike 3.
So yeah, I get the window shopper, but I wanted the sword, and he robbed me of it. And we're just going to keep that in mind for later in the game too, because it comes back around yet again.
Can I help you? No, just looking.
Frozen like a statue at home plate.
That was a swing, right? No?
That's a what?
That was a swing, right?
Oh, that was a swing, yeah.
Robbed me of the sword.
He said to himself after the first curveball, he goes, oh, like that was like oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't see that.
I was on the same page with you. Like, he just did not look to be seeing that pitch very well. So.
What did you want to go to when I had
Death ball. I wanted something shorter. Like, so they're not swinging at the sweeper that's this far off, but they are swinging at the fastball that holds the edge, which means that they're buying in on the tunnel, but they're seeing the sweeper deviate too early, so they're identifying it. So we just need something shorter, so they start swinging at it, then we can open up the bigger one once they start swinging at the shorter ones. That's why the splitter worked really well, because it's shorter. That was a good call. I like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm starting it in the line of the fastball, but it's just it's breaking early. Yeah, it's not like here and then dart. Yeah. I don't know why I'm scared to just throw it in the zone. And especially right now, like, I'm missing glove side, so if I just try to throw it in zone, I'm gonna miss, this much, and then.
That was the right pitch to Williams off the end of the back cutter.
Yeah.
Now
I knew he was swinging.
Yeah. Right
broke
away.
his bat.
But,
He robbed everybody of the sword. That's foul play. I know. That's what I need right there. Yeah, we got firewood. We got just looking. We got doors.
There's a lot of fans behind the dugout that I was talking to during the game. A lot of people in Bauer merch, a lot of people with Bauer gloves and Bauer jerseys and all sorts of stuff. Really cool. And it was kind of fun being able to like interact with the crowd again. In Japan and Mexico, I can't really understand what the crowd's saying too often. And so it's really hard to kind of have these moments back and forth with the fans. But it's one of my favorite things to do is just kind of talk to the fans behind the dugout. Try to give them a fun in-ballpark experience. And I enjoy it too. So it's a good way to space out in between innings.
No. Too slow. We don't swing at that.
I was just going to ask, what are your thoughts on throwing like the first pitch sweeper?
Yeah.
So more on the plate just to kind of get your sights with it a little bit?
Yeah, second time through especially. First time I try to get by without throwing it early, but we do need to throw it for a strike to get him to start swinging at it. So that's a good adjustment. I like it. These people need their sword, and the freaking guy robbed me of my sword. That was a sword all day. We can't be doing the sword when there's no sword, you know? That's Little League status. Too slow. No catch. No catch. No, throw strike. About time.
So after getting on the same page with my catcher, who I've never worked with before, trying to figure out 8 different pitches and timings and all sorts of different stuff is tough, but we were kind of getting into a little bit of a groove right here. The guy's got a single, put together a little bit of a rally, but no runs, so back out for the top of the third, still tied 0-0.
Trevor Bauer has looked very good in his first start for the Long Island Ducks and his first start in the U.S. in 5 years. 5 strikeouts so far.
Okay. Let's see, we had 3 outs, 5 hitters, so we're at the 9 hole. Okay. Now sweeper strike, sweeper ball. Why are you putting the ball in play? That's so rude. That's so annoying. Just foul it off.
And that's a much better adjustment right there by me. Really well placed sweeper in the zone, and usually that's going to help me lock back in with the release point and be able to manipulate it just in zone or slightly out of zone instead of starting it out of zone and yanking it even further out of zone.
Ball's dented. Everything's denting. Started off cutter, so we can go heater up.
As Bauer looks in, gets the sign from Gavin Collins.
Doors. I think we're just going to wear that out another time.
So this is the 1-hole hitter, and we got him on the fastball up and in to end the at-bat in the first inning, and I think there's a little bit of a hole right there. So normally I would just continue going back to it, but I don't think I really recognized it in-game as quickly as I should have.
Okay, didn't like the quick pitch.
5 strikeouts allowed thus far through a couple of innings plus.
Next pitch, a swing and a miss.
So after 2 fastballs up and a cutter up and in, I was like, well, I have a great tunnel set up for a balanced curveball, or I can go back to the cutter, or I can go back to the fastball up. Lots of different options right here.
Splitter, do I go that again? Do I go death ball? Do I go curveball? I don't know, too many options. Death ball on the plate. I'm now 3-2 again somehow. Fuck me.
So if you're wondering how it got to be 3-2 and you've only seen 2 balls, this is the pitch clock rule again. So I was having trouble getting signed from my catcher. I stepped off because we'd shaken a whole bunch of times, and they called that a ball because it was a pitch clock violation, and then it went to 2-2. Then I bounced the death ball, and he didn't swing at it because he's looking for off-speed stuff in 2 strikes like they have been all game that I haven't made an adjustment to, and now I'm 3-2 and have to throw a strike. So this is how a dominant start to an at-bat can just easily get away from you.
Low fastball by him.
If you're a pitcher and you're not throwing as hard as you want, I want to help you gain velocity. So I made a free velocity development guide that you can get by scanning the QR code or clicking in the link in the description. It's 100% free. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to work on to gain velo at whatever stage of your career you're at right now. So you can get it for free and hope it helps.
Auto ball.
I thought I'd have him on the quick pitch right there, and I threw the pitch right where I wanted and missed by a half a ball's width and didn't get the call. So I had the right read on freezing him on the quick pitch. I just didn't execute the pitch. So now a 1-2 count turns into a walk with an automatic ball thrown in there, and this inning's just all out of whack.
I hate this pitch clock. This shit's so stupid. It gives and it takes, I suppose. Did not see that well. Slow bat. Move it down. Feet. Maybe heater away. Okay, we gotta throw a strike here. Focus on the strike zone, hit the zone, get the ball in play. No walks.
So first pitch cutter away, I thought, okay, I'll move it down. He didn't swing at it. Then I thought fastball away, and I just missed high and arm side. So ignore that 1-1 pitch, and I went right back to the fastball away that I was trying to throw 1-1. And now we're at 2-2, and we have a really good tunnel set up. He swung at the cutter away, he swung at the fastball away, and now we just need something breaking out of that tunnel either way. So either split going this way, or cutter breaking that way, or maybe a high curveball.
2-2 though. Splitter, I like splitter here. I also like sweeper strike. 2 ball. Unfucking believable, bro. That ball was hit fucking 2 miles an hour.
Oh boy. So got the sweeper in zone like I've been practicing, and he hit it right off the end of the bat, and apparently just dribbled it in the perfect spot. My third baseman kind of stumbled going for it. The shortstop was there to turn the double play, but my third baseman kind of hit it off his glove and then ended up with no outs. So a ball that didn't barely make it off the infield grass gets scored a hit, and now I got 2 guys on and only 1 out. 1 auto ball to cost me a walk, and 1 infield dribbler, and I'm in all sorts of trouble.
Okay, now we need Ks because I cannot have these balls in play. He didn't like cutter opening up. Get ahead, Trevor. Come on. God damn it.
So that ball was hit right off the end of the bat, not hit hard at all, but that was another mental error on my part. I started that at bat off, cutter down and away for a ball, and I went back to cutter closer to the zone. So same speed, same movement, same pitch type, from least hittable to more hittable. That's just a recipe for giving up a hit. Even though he didn't hit it well, I should have just gone to a different pitch right there. And normally I wouldn't make that mistake, but I was scrambled a little bit mentally. Mental mistake number who knows how many on the night, and it cost me a run.
So my double play ball, then we get a ball off the end of the fucking bat. Lead off walk. What a fucking disaster. Shit's pissing me off. Sweeper. Got curveball set up. He was late as fuck on heater, so we're gonna go back to that. Nice play, what?
That was a really well executed sequence. Cutter away, first pitch, fastball that ran up and in, and then a sweeper that he was way out in front of and hit right off the end of the bat. That ball was not hit very hard. My shortstop was double play depth, a little bit out of position for normal shortstop position, so he made a really nice diving play, but that ball wasn't hit well at all. So I'll take the out, just need to get 1 more to get out of this inning and only give up 1.
Nice play. Right on it, dude. First pitch sweeper. Just go to that again, I suppose.
A big opportunity for Bauer to strand 2 and get out of trouble.
And the 0-1 to Brooks.
Okay, we got sweeper available.
That was actually the reverse of the normal sequence that I go to. I went sweeper off the plate and he swung, and I went a fastball that started outside of that sweeper line and came back to get to 0-2. Normally I go fastball away and then sweeper that starts inside of it and looks more hittable and goes off. But you can flip these sequences anytime you want, just they come with different risks. So first pitch sweeper out of the zone, you might throw a first pitch ball. Or if you get a swing, then you're ahead. But it's less likely to be ahead when you throw a ball than it is when you throw a strike. So different risks, different sequences, but the same principle.
Death ball on the plate. Interesting that he took that. I like that spot, but he's seen that pretty well somehow.
More mental rust here. He's obviously seeing that very well because he's looking for off-speed stuff in 2 strikes. That was perfectly placed out of the fastball tunnel and the sweeper tunnel. If you overlay those 3 pitches, you'll see 3 different distinct movements and locations, all looking very similar coming out of the hand and on the way to the plate. And he just didn't bite at all because he was just expecting something off-speed out of zone. So if I had thrown that as a fastball, he probably just would have taken it right down the middle.
2-seam away. Sweeper again. Nice think too soon away. Fastball down away. Fuck me.
And there's my fastball away. I didn't have to be perfect. I was trying to dot the edge right there, trying not to get the ball put in play, but I had missed the read. The read was just throw a fastball in the zone. So I have like this much area, the down and away quadrant to throw it in, instead of like this much area on the corner.
2-2, gotta throw a strike. God damn it, Trevor. Throw the ball in the zone. For fuck's sake. Stick a fastball in the zone here. Down away.
That was a really well-placed sweeper had I thrown a couple fastballs down and away for strikes. So I have that pitch open here, but I'm just kind of spraying balls right now. This bat got started off very well, and I haven't executed well the last couple pitches, just mentally. Pitch execution has been fine, but mental execution, understanding what the hitter's telling me, has not been good.
And the pitch is a ground ball and snared at second base by Womack. The throw across in time.
What a fucking terrible inning, Trevor. Clean it up. Nice play, boys. Nice play, nice play. Okay, gotta actually just throw balls in zone. The 2 strikes. Freeze fastball down away is wide open because they're not chasing sweepers for the righties. Might also need to get some balls into righties. Start working on some more curve balls. I'm gonna get on a better page with you, follow you a little bit more. But I think the split and the curve ball are open since we haven't thrown a lot of those yet. All right.
So after processing a little bit of what was going on in my own head and then going and talking to my catcher, we identified a couple big problems going into the 4th. Number 1, I was shaking off a lot. And that is normal for me. I shake off a lot, but especially the first time I have a catcher because he doesn't know how I like to call it. I don't know how he likes to call it. My trust in what he's seeing isn't there yet. His trust in what I'm seeing isn't there yet. And it's just kind of a big mess. So I had good feel for the curveball. I could throw it for a strike. The sweeper wasn't getting the swings that I'm used to, and it wasn't for a strike. So we decided to go with more curveballs and try to up the pace in between pitches because the pace between pitchers had really slowed down. Lots of shakes, lots of step-offs. Very slow pace in between, which gives the advantage to the hitter, gives him more time to process. So I wanted to speed up the pace in between, and then we ran into another problem.
Yes! What do you mean? Take a full fucking swing! Open your eyes! That's twice!
I don't know what the umpire was looking at. He was right down the third base line. That's a full swing. You can replay it. I mean, I don't know what he could possibly have been looking at. He clearly just wasn't looking at the play. So we're behind 1-0.
Bauer visibly upset on the mound. Back to work, though.
Yes! I can't see. No. Just go here. No. I can't see anything they're putting down there.
Do you want to tell me?
Yeah.
Any ideas real quick? Fuck, I'll paint my fingers. Just, hey, am I allowed to go paint my fingernails right now?
Right now? Just do it against your chest protector. Fuck it. Fastball.
So from this point forward, the rest of this inning, my catcher is like giving me like signs against his chest protector. His chest protector is red, so I could see his fingers very easily, but that meant everybody else could see his fingers as well. So he was trying to cover it with his glove, but there's just really no covering that. So yeah, I'm not sure if they had all my pitches this inning or not. The lights are a little bit dim there, and I couldn't see his fingers. Now, he's been in affiliate ball for the last however long, many, many years. They have pitch comm, so he's not even giving signs and didn't think to paint his fingers. I haven't seen signs in a night environment in a long time, so I never even thought about it, and we both just kind of got caught off guard right here. Normally, this is stuff that you would figure out in spring training, but since this is my first start, and I just jumped straight from the cage into a game, we just got caught a little bit off guard right here, and yeah, it's causing some serious issues.
Bauer deals a swing and a miss, chasing the off-speed pitch up out of the zone. Bauer looks in for the sign from Collins. He's ready. The 2-2 to Cannon. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The breaking ball from Trevor Bauer for his 6th.
So the tempo got way better once we started going to the signs on the chest. I got the fastball away for a strike, a cutter up above the zone, and when I got the swing on the cutter up above, I'm like, oh, he's really buying into that tunnel. I'm just going to throw a curveball. I was trying to throw it for a strike because I was 2-2 already, even though he'd swung at a pitch and the umpire didn't call it. But yeah, we got the strikeout, and we're on a little bit of a roll right here. Just need to keep the tempo up because I'm feeling pretty good with the curveball.
So with one away, a first pitch breaking ball drops in for a strike on the inside corner. And a swing and a miss again, 0-2.
So you couldn't really see where that pitch was, but it was up and in. So the first pitch curveball started up and in as a ball and broke for a strike, and then that fastball started closer to the zone, but ended up for a ball up and in to get to 0-2. So now I have this big tunnel set up where he's already seen a curveball for a strike, more likely that he's going to swing at a curveball for a ball. He's already seen a fastball up above the zone and swung at that, so I have this huge area up and in that I can work with. I just got to start a pitch out of that and break it in a different direction. So I decided to go with a curveball. And I executed exactly where I wanted, but he just didn't swing at it. And you could tell he was very calm and relaxed, almost as if he was looking for that pitch, because he just didn't have any big motions right there. And I threw that right out of the same tunnel as the fastball before it that he was swinging at. So still more mental rust, not just going right back to the fastball that I blew by on the pitch before. So 1-2, I did go back to the fastball, and I got it up. It was a little bit more middle than I would have liked, and he was able to get the barrel on it, but that set a nice tunnel to break a ball different direction. So I'd gone 2 curveballs breaking down, 2 fastballs running this way, and I decided to change the movement, go back to the opposite end of the speed spectrum, because he'd gotten pretty close to that fastball. He was still late, but he'd sped up a little bit, and I decided to go sweeper, and now, because I'd sped him up and set that up and in tunnel, I got better results.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a slider outside. Back-to-back punch-outs for Bauer, who's got 7 strikeouts on the night.
So now with the adjustments of going quicker in between pitches and having better tempo and being a little bit more aggressive with the fastball, we're on a pretty good roll. Feeling pretty good at this point.
Why even check? Why bother? Why bother with him?
Bauer just waving off Mike Williams without even looking at him.
I mean, if you're going to miss a complete full swing, why even check anymore? Just have the home plate umpire call it. Anyway, we got fastball up, we got curveball down that he bit on, so he's clearly biting at that up and in tunnel. I'm just going to try to live there the rest of this at bat.
High curveball open.
So that might seem like a huge miss, and it was. It's not where I was trying to go, but that ball going above his head opens up a freeze curveball at the top. So it just adds a little bit of extra protection to the curveball. He's already chased one below the zone, or almost chased it. Now I have the whole entire spectrum from ground all the way to the top of the zone wide open for a curveball.
Gotta throw a strike here, though. Okay, splitter. Now we got what? Curveball? He's not seeing curveball. I'll just go to that. High curveball's open, down curveball's open.
So here I wanted the curveball, but my catcher called death ball, which is the shorter version of the curveball. And because we were trying to go quicker in between pitches, I just decided to throw that and try to bounce it on the plate. The reason I like the big curveball here is because of that fastball up. There's just so much protection on the upper part above the zone, anywhere from his belt all the way to his eyes. He has to pay attention to something that starts in that zone. If it starts close to the zone, he's probably going to swing. If it starts more up at his eyes, he's probably going to take because he's already seen a pitch up there. So I should have gone with the bigger curveball here.
It's going to be a hit.
And going with the shorter curveball just allowed him to dribble it in play. Didn't hit it very hard. Didn't really even make it off the infield grass. And a routine play that got called a hit. I think is maybe an error, maybe not. Tough play, but a play that could definitely have been made. And my fault, though, because that should have been a strikeout. He should never even put that ball in play.
Oh, boy. Not the right pitch call there. I should have gone with a bigger curveball. All right, got to make sure this guy doesn't run. Late on heater. What are we doing? Did not see that well at all. Go back to heater, I guess.
Yeah, Trevor, go back to heater. He's way late on a heater. His helmet falls off. He's nowhere close to it. Just go back to that pitch. Make him make an adjustment to you. That's the right read. I just was not reading the reads correctly. I don't know what I was doing. And another sweeper. Very good movement. Very good location. Pitches that I normally would get swings on in the right sequence if they weren't super slowed down looking for breaking balls. I've thrown a ton of breaking balls already, cutters, sweepers, curveballs, and not very many fastballs. Second time, third time through the order, usually you need to flip your approach and balance it out. So if you're heavy fastball early, heavier fastball late is probably going to get you hit. So heavy fastball early, usually off-speed late. If you're heavy off-speed early, usually more fastballs late. Here I was heavy off-speed early and heavy off-speed late, and they're just on it.
Sweeper's let me down today. Okay, we got outside fastball open here. Okay, we're just gonna go back to that because he's not seeing it.
Yeah. I just wasted 2 pitches. I should have been 0-2 and then thrown the sweeper. Instead, I'm now 2-2. It's just bad. Mental rust.
Repeater top zone.
Now we're trying to strike out the side for the second time tonight. He did so in the second. 2 swinging, 1 looking. Has gotten 2 swinging strikeouts in this inning.
Ah! Are we 3-2 here? Heater down away. Ah! Ah!
Really well executed pitches overall. They were all close. They were all competitive. It just was the wrong sequence. That should have been fastball up and in, swing and miss. Fastball up and in again, swing and miss. Fastball above, foul. And as soon as he started speeding up, some sort of breaking ball to finish him, and I would have been out of the inning. But instead, I went fastball up and in and 2 sweepers, and then he didn't chase the cutter that was in a good spot, 3-2, because he was clearly slowed down looking for something soft. So just really poor mental execution on that at bat. And now I'm in a situation where if I give up a hit, I give up yet another run, and I'm wasting a lot of pitches, and as my pitching coach says, it's about to be my last hitter.
I'm fine.
You're about 80-something pitches. So
I'm good.
It's going to be your last. All right? I just want to let you.
Okay.
You good with that? Or?
I mean, I can go one more. Let me get out of this one first.
No,
We'll
I'm
talk
going to
about
make
it.
sure. Yeah.
We got lefty here, right?
We got a lefty.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think it's curveball first. Yeah.
Back to the top. This is the guy that's you've been dominating up and in with 4
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah. I think lead
I
curveball, go
think
heater up and in,
curveball,
and then
yeah.
curveball. Big curveball, not the short one.
All
Yeah.
right, just change it.
Yeah.
Bauer's first pitch. Carr takes a curveball over the outside corner for a strike. Bauer ready, and the 0-1. Popped up in the air, foul back behind the plate.
Great execution, high curveball, high fastball to get to 0-2, and now I just need to finish this at bat. I just need to execute a couple pitches, get him to swing, and end this inning.
Okay, bounce.
Really well executed curveball. Very happy with that. Look at his body reaction, though. Look at his body language. Look at his trigger. There is no trigger. He definitely was just looking for breaking ball and almost auto-taking that right there. And I just didn't pick it up all night. But that's why you watch game film, because if that's what they're going to do, I can just throw fastballs to freeze them later in the account. But I didn't see it at all, and normally I pick that up very, very quickly.
Go back to that 1-2. I don't think you can take it twice in a row. Okay, get it down.
The 1-2. Line drive to the right side, over Womack, base hit.
Oh boy. So catcher called a split because there's a guy on second and I couldn't really shake off because of the pitch clock. I just grabbed the split and went to throw it. It was the worst movement one of the night. It had like 10 vert. All the rest of them had like 2 vert. And all the rest of them had like 14 or 15 horizontal, and that one only had 6. So bad pitch and wrong pitch and bad location lead to giving up a hit. I think he was out at the plate if my catcher held onto the ball, but bang bang play like that, not his fault. And that's my fault. I should have just gone with the pitch that I wanted to throw.
Just swing and a miss for strike 1.
And as you can tell, I was pretty mad. So first pitch cutter, I'm in kind of attack mode right here. I just want to strike this guy out and end this inning. I'm just so tired of giving up runs and just making mental mistakes. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going right at you.
Swing and a miss, and again, Bauer gets ahead of 0-2.
Go back to the sweeper there. Got to be down, got to chase.
Bauer looks in for the sign and comes set. Runner goes from first. He broke too soon, but nobody covering at second base. It's going to be a steal.
Oh, man. Yeah, we had a free out there, and when I turned to throw the ball to second, there just wasn't anyone close, so I just ate it. And just everything that can go wrong is going wrong right now. 2 balls that didn't leave the infield are hits. We have an automatic ball that turned into a walk. We got some broken bats that have been hits. Mental mistakes on my part. Just what a mess right now. Anyway, I've gone cutter, swing and miss, sweeper, swing and miss. I'm just going to go right back to that sweeper and hopefully finish this out.
So now second and third, and a called strike 3 over the outside corner. Big strikeout for Bauer, who strikes out the side. He gets his 8th punch out of the night.
I'm good for another one. I'm going to get through 5. I've been up to 100. I'm good. I can get through 5.
I know you can.
But four is pretty pathetic.
Today, I know you can.
Can I go 1, 2, 3? If I get a guy on, then I get pulled?
You can do it. You can go Sunday. You do
right.
Good job.
All right.
Good job. All right. Good job.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cold.
I get it.
It's cold. So.
I got to argue for myself.
Yeah, I wanted to go another one, but definitely the right call to take me out right there. Something like 90 pitches through 4 innings just, makes no sense. I had 2 long innings in a row, the third and the fourth, so definitely for my first spring training start, basically, or the first start of the year without a spring training, going 4 innings is more than I normally would go. Usually it'd start off at 2, so if this had been a spring training start, 2 innings, no hits, 5 Ks, I would have been very happy with it. But I'm going to try to take the positives from it.
3 walks cost me a lot. Just don't walk people and it'd be fine. I had all the Ks, but just fucking 3 walks, so that's all. And they were all like full, too. So it's like those are 6 or 7 pitches there, times 3 is 20 pitches. If I just throw the ball in the zone, I'm cruising. Walks kill you in live ABs. Give up a lot of free points tonight.
So that's how the night ended. But overall, I was extremely happy to see the American fans and see all the support for me coming out. Thank you to everyone who was there. It really made my night special. And I tried to stay after and sign for everybody and make sure everybody had a good time at the ballpark. Seeing all you guys brings a smile to my face. So I hope to see you guys out again at a ballpark very soon. It's so good to be back in the States. It's so good to see you guys. I'll see you next time.